it doesn't make a 5. Alright, so what you basically need to do is come through and say, I'm going to make sure that this incremental steps in between, okay? Now draw that contour. This is now an exercise in actually drawing contours for you, okay? You gotta fill in all of them to get all of them, but you wanna make it look realistic, right? If this is an even 5 spread, this should be an even 5 spread here as well. You know what I'm saying? This should be an even 5 spread at each point. You get what I'm saying? Honestly, you can mathematically plot something like this, honestly. You don't have to do it mathematically, just make it logically make sense. I mean, don't like push one to one in the large gap and then the other push the other. That's not realistic, okay? What this is an even transition. All right. So what else is required after you go through and and it gets a little more complicated even when you get into here, because this is a 470. That means that this is gonna span out like that, even further. You get what I'm saying? And you might have to cross over into this a little bit to get the line as far as your side goes, and coordinate. Actually, you do need to get together and coordinate. Oh, you know, you don't because they got the tick marks here. That's good. Otherwise, you would have had to coordinate where those marks are. You get what I'm saying? But as long as your partner comes up that tick line and you come up that tick line, you'll be just fine. All right. So what you're gonna do is draw all your sight lines, fill in all the gaps basically, and print it. Okay? You're gonna print this at what scale?
So what, do we do this digitally? Add these lines
Digitally, yes. Add them digitally.
Anything like 20?
But we also have to
How do I add them
model
digitally?
it.
You can draw them
How do I draw
in
them?
Illustrator or in AutoCAD or
How
in
do you
SketchUp.
import that in AutoCAD?
Huh?
How do you import that in AutoCAD?
So there's a DWG file that's providing resources.
Oh, yeah.
There's a DWG file. I mean, technically speaking, you can do it by hand, but you want this digitally so you can do the model of it as well. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, but
I never-
I'm
No, you just- I think you
don't
just
know
lost
anything
all
about
of this,
Because we don't
AutoCAD.
use Illustrator before, right? You've used SketchUp before. You can
Yeah.
use.
So you can model that on SketchUp too?
You can model this and you can draw the line in SketchUp. I mean, y'all saw me do it in SketchUp, right?
You mean
It wasn't the best, the freehand one.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best. I wouldn't use SketchUp, me personally. There's actually a perfect way you can do this with Rhino, perfectly, where it maps out perfect. You can actually sight model and then draw your own new contours based off of it, and it'll fill the gaps perfectly. But that's not a yes.
You know how Monday when you had Dre, I think it was Monday, you had Dre.
Of your paper and your first layer of cardboard. I get what I'm saying? And then you're gonna take this same thing and move it up to the next piece, and then you're gonna cut this line out. I get what I'm saying? Or the next one down.
We're cutting like the paper too.
You're cutting the paper. The paper is your guide, and you're using the paper as a guide to cut through your cardboard. Now the thing is, because it's a step incremental, you do one layer at a time, and you use the same paper. If you skip to this level, well, you can't do that. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now, I'm gonna do all of these. So you go one at a time as you're building up. Now you guys have what? A bunch, let's just say a bunch of cuts. A bunch of lines to draw, a bunch of cuts to make. And you'll do very elaborate site models, okay? Now Blackboard has a few examples I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I can find it. Now I'm gonna tell you, and I'm particular about this, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. It might cost you more chipboard, more cardboard,